Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Tyranny. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that it's just to join me today. After last episode, we killed, well, Elia, I think was her name. And, well, here's her stuff. She had a broken armor. Well, I might have broken that. His favorite patrol map. Let's see what that is. This map found on Elia's corpse charts unbroken patrol routes. There are notes and amendments that change the schedule based on accurate intelligence of these favorite patrols. Further commentary suggests that this information was obtained from a point of contact in the Scarlet Chorus. Okay, then further damning proof that the Scarlet Chorus is working with the enemy, so they need to go down and die in a pile of ash and bones, and I suppose fire. Let's see, so we got the barbed Obsidian. It's a superior armor that has, basically thorns, because it does 1 to 10 pierce damage versus parry, on a range of 6, holy crap. When critically hit, though, well, let's see if it's good. Let's see if it's something that I might want to use. It's heavy. It's, well, the recovery increase is actually pretty good. I might want to go with that. You can't use that, so yeah, I probably will want to go with that. It's more expensive than this one, isn't it? Let's see. It seems to be, yes, quite. Good stuff, good stuff. So she had thorns. Also, we have 2 new locations to explore on the map. Let's see them in a little bit. So for right now, let's bring her... What do I want for you? I would like you to be a little bit more buff. Nah, maybe not. Let's go with accuracy. Just keep going that way. At least we have maximum right there. I'm also gonna want you to have one of these abilities, I would think. Maybe duelists, though. Let's see. Are there anything passive over here? Strikes 2 times with basic attacks for 15 seconds. After the kill. Okay, well, it's not amazing. I don't like it. When an enemy strikes first, she gains a passive bonus to dodge and parry skills until combat ends. And the effect stacks. That's actually pretty decent. Let's see if we have anything here that I would like. Skull Splitter. It's a deadly arrow aimed directly at her target's head, stunning them. That's fantastic. I want to go with that. Thank you very much. Put it over there. And now she can use it. Well, I think she's... No, don't do... No, not that one. Nope, this one. Skull Splitter. Put it over there. And bring this over here. And then this over there. And that way I know how to work with this. Hobbled basically brings them, well, into a sort of... stunned.
Sorry,
it's not really a stun, but hobbled effect gets them. It makes them easier to attack, and I think makes them a little bit slower on their attacks as well. Where's there? What's the? Oh no, that's where we went. We got a few prisoners over there. I don't think I need to go back to the camp. I don't think I would need to. Let's go back to our Spire. We are actually going to focus on the Spire as soon as possible, because we had... let's see, we have the Trapper's Junction. A long stretch of maze-like canyons riddle this area, frequently confusing travelers foolish enough to venture inside. Over here we have Duskwatch and Sentinel Stand. Over there we have Old Walls Breach, the one that we heard about, and that's the Spire right there. And we're going there in a little bit, but first let's go to the Mountain Spire. Yes, 2 days and 16 hours. We have plenty of time. We have all the time in the world, I suppose. I hope, anyway. And let's just train, and it should be fine. Because everybody can train at this point, and not gonna sleep. Although they do complain. Yeah.
Tired. Let's rest.
They complain a bunch. So Cora, what are you gonna train on? I don't really have dual wield for you, so I suppose you could go with Subterfuge. Yeah. Train that. I don't usually train that one too much, but I need to bring that up as high as I can. Verse, she has dodge. I usually go with that because we don't have a dual wield, as I said, or a ranger or ranged attack. So yeah, it's kind of thing. And you can go with parry. And actually, I have a one-handed weapon trainer over here, I think. Let's see. Show me what you got, but that's for training. That's a one-handed weapons. Yeah, that's pretty good. I train him on that. Pretty expensive. We're actually... I was saying... I said, I think the other day, that there's no downside... I'm actually gonna sleep. There's no downside to wasting time. There is actually one. I can show you right here. You see this thing over here? That basically, if each Spire has maintenance costs. And I don't know what that 10 right there... Oh, new items since last visit. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Speaking of which, we need to go over there. Yeah, but basically, that's the maintenance cost right there. So each, like, I don't know how many days, but I think like 3 days or maybe a week, you get to pay that if you want. So yeah, if you need, and you do need. Let's go with dodge over here, because that's as high as, that's the only thing I can bring for her. Have a chat with this guy, see what kind of rumors he has. The only man in the tiers who hears more whispers than I do is the voices of the rat. I can guarantee you that. That he hears more whispers than you do? I suppose you can. And over here we have whetstone. Bring that over there, and let's sleep. Because sleeping here gives us a boost to, I think, all of our skills. And also, because these guys get upset. Well, find out. Let's see what it is. It's plus parry, armor, all skills, and dodge. So it is actually a pretty decent buff. Of course, we would most benefit from it if we were teleporting all over the place, but we're not. That's okay. Let's go to the Old Walls Breach. I wonder if we're gonna be ambushed. And we're not. Okay. Well, if this is anything like, what was the place of that city? Divided by a river? Well, it's gonna be... No, it's not. It's a small area. Okay, let me save the game first, so everything goes well, and I don't rely on autosaves, because I don't really like relying on autosaves on games that I haven't had... Gregos. And on games that I haven't had experienced off camera, because that's mostly it. If I know the game well enough, I'll do anything, but... On this game, I'm not really sure how the autosaves work. Okay, so... Gregos, let me send you Barrick in there.
Let's be off.
Attention! A band of unbroken warriors rouse into position as their leader stands alert to your presence. The stalwart captain whistles a shrill note as you approach, and his comrades lurch to attention. He turns to regard you with open distaste. Tuck your tail and scamper back the way you came. The unbroken won't tolerate northern scum getting in our way. Well, I'm trying to end the Edict of Storms. We have similar goals. Is that right? Well, unless your goals also involve putting Kaiser's minions to the sword and setting fire to the Northern Empire, then we're not similar enough. And he draws his weapon. Attack positions! Stand your ground!
Heads up, whip.
Well, actually, they're not standing their ground, but sure, whatever. She is doing the hobbled right there. That might be a good idea. Let me do this fantastic ability. Okay, that's not as fantastic as I wanted it to be, but let's do that nonetheless. Are you moving up? Do you? No, she... Oh. Okay, that guy's not attacked. That's good. That's good. Let's try and get these guys... No, actually, let's attack that guy over there. And you are gonna want to taunt all of them, please. And you are gonna want to deal... did you do that? You need to do that, sir. Do that.
Such a simple task.
Okay, as long as he doesn't attack Syrian, we should be okay. What are you doing back here? Go with the Skull Crusher right there. See how much damage that does. 50 damage? No, that was something else. Okay, so he's attacking her. I should have expected that. Let's bring him into a stun, and let's have you... That would be a good idea to do this. And actually, you can go in her defense.
Such a simple task.
I'm gonna do that in a little bit. Come on. And there it is. Okay, so now you get out of there, girl. You cannot be attacked. Okay, so what are you doing? Oh, I didn't see what kind of damage he did. But they are actually quite injured, so I'm okay with that. And the guy is stunned, yeah. And also, that's also part of the wolf thing. Is that they get stunned. Let's go with this thing. Nope, that's of course. Of course. Okay, Verse, you need to engage this guy very, very soon. You need to go with that. Yeah, very, very fast. No.
Such a simple task.
He attacked me for 0 damage? Sure. Are you kidding me? Look at him. Okay, that was good. Now switch. Now you got that one. Got that one right there. And set fire to him. That's always nice, I suppose. Keeping an eye on health over there. Everything seems good. This guy up here, it's a spellcaster, I think. Should be okay. Let's keep an eye on Barrick as well. Let's do this on you and do this on you, and soon enough I'll do the other one as well. She took damage there, but I'm gonna need to... Yeah, she's healing herself already. Although she would benefit from not being there. Okay. That's not what I want. I want this. And you need to use this. Might as well. See if you can kill him fast. That guy's still not attacking. Barry, can you do the taunt right there? That'll be an interesting thing. I really want her to not be hit. Or not to be wounded. It didn't seem to work too well. Unless I don't know what that is. But I'm gonna do this.
I have it no other way.
She is... well, let's see. Let's see if she's gonna be able to evade any wounds. She did! Unless that guy's after her. Of course he is. Of course he is. Well, let's do this. Let's do this. You are not gonna enjoy it, my friend, but yeah, well, I need to do it. I need to do it. Let's have you as well. Actually, that'd be a good idea to this one. Look at this. Look at the range of that leg. And you need to do some skewer as well. What's their health? Did it heal up or something? They're actually not attacking her. Woo! That was one. That was quite the one. Okay, yeah. It's all with the singing. She's got a powerful voice, that girl does. Okay, so she needs to fall back and heal up because she is in
If you think it will
dire
help.
straits. Oh boy. Oh boy. See if you can kill that guy. You don't have the taunt. I do have this thing. No, that's the arrows. What's the other one? Begin to rain. Now, is it the one over here? Radiates energy, taunting all nearby opponents. That's the one. Go with that one. And so you are gonna need to attack him. Let's set him on fire. Might as well try that. Okay, so now you need also this thing over here. Okay, so she switched the command I gave her. No, she's down. She's prone. Sorry. Didn't see that.
Oh, you're not going
Okay,
anywhere.
cast the blur. And he's going down soon enough. Barrick, you're gonna need to heal up a little bit, I think. Let's actually, I'm not gonna do that with you. I'm gonna do this, make sure everybody kind of attacks you, although that range is not ideal. Let's do it right there. And you're gonna need to heal Barrick, I think. Oh, she doesn't have that ability. That's okay. Let's try
I
to kill
suppose
him
I can do
as soon as
that.
possible. Down he goes. Let's attack that guy over there. I suppose that taunt was not properly placed. Let's do that as well. Keep an eye on you to have you attack a bunch. Disengage, but doesn't really matter. Didn't get wounded. And that guy's an archer anyway, so yeah, whatever. Let's do the bleed. Let's
That attack didn't work.
Shut up. Just do your thing. Yeah, do this. This is a nice one. Nice song as well. Let's see. And you're gonna skewer him.
You got it.
And you are gonna do... go ahead and do that. Barry, what can you do? Yo, you can do that. Fantastic. She didn't sing. She might have, actually. Okay. So, Barry would benefit from one of these things. It's still gonna take 16 seconds. Oh, she must have... Am I next? Says Hieronymus. The sage points his quill at the unbroken corpses, biting his lip as he finishes the final scribbling of a note. I was not trying to eavesdrop on your scuffle, but now that I have witnessed it, duty obliges that I record it. He rolls a sheet of parchment into a thick tube in his hands. Come and silence the record if you must, but I warn you, the sages have long written memories. The name is Cora. Be sure to include that detail several times. The long feather plume of his quill dances to the tune of the sage's furious scrawl. Oh, yes, yes. You can be sure that I will account for as much as I can get down. I'm gonna glare silently. His face reddens with a smile as he furiously amends his parchment. Noted! And how may this humble servant of letters be of assistance? He runs his fingers through his hair, resting his quill behind his ear. I understand that we both seek items within yonder old walls. What are sages doing here with the Unbroken? Oh, let us say we are sympathetic to each other's causes. He clears his throat. It also helps that we are both interested in the arcana of yesteryear. The regent artifacts are supposed to be fascinating specimens, and no sage would, in good conscience, refuse an opportunity for study. Tell me about yourself. I am Hieronymus, journeyman of the School of Ink and Quill, ascribed under Gaver's crane, and 17 tomes are bound by my hand. He cuffs his gaze at his feet. All other details are just vanity. I am more accustomed to studying others than extolling my own facts. I'm looking for the steadfast insignia. Tell me what you know. Oh, artifacts are fascinating business, are they not? And Stalwart's decorated military history yielded so much intrigue around them. The steadfast insignia was prominently displayed in every unbroken battle where Regent Aspison fought. Over the years, it became something of a rallying marker, and its presence alone accounted for many notable victories. Hieronymus shakes his head with a sigh, gesturing towards the massive stone horizon on the wall of the walled walls. It lies within, but no good discovery is without its pitfalls. He points towards a wide reach in a nearby section of the ancient stone facade. The Unbroken and I were attempting to recover a few relics of interest from the old walls, but a swarm of scourges put a halt to that. We recovered a torch key during our ill-fated first attempt to breach the old walls. I have seen fashioned stones like it before, but what we don't know about them would fill a library. Hieronymus points with a shaky finger. Unfortunately, when we were attacked, we got separated from Grago's men, and one of the soldiers still has the torch key. His corpse does, to be exact. Huh. Where is the soldier's body? Just southeast of the breach. Take care. Those beasts may still be on the hunt. And what does it do, the torch key? It appears to be part of a lock and key system within the old walls. If only we could replicate such crafts on such grand scale as the builders of this place. He shakes himself from reverie. In any event, you'll need the torch key if you want to scour the ruins below. What are the next steps? Once you get the torch key, you'll be able to venture past the first chamber. He pauses for a moment. Of course, given our aborted efforts, you can understand why I'd be hesitant to re-enter the old walls. My scribe, Javala, didn't survive the trip. The poor girl. I'll answer any questions you have. They're apt to tell me more of interest than the other way around, I'm sure. Okay, so what are you seeking in the old walls exactly? Oh, my research suggests that within these nearby old walls are a set of stones carved with ancient script. For lack of a better term, I call them stones of elucidation. His hand darts to his satchel, producing a hand-drawn sketch of an ordinary circle. I know this sketch doesn't capture the wonder, and frankly, we don't really know what they do. We have found spheres of identical size, but differing glyphs in over a dozen disparate regions of the old walls. As we find more of these stones, we can compare commonalities in sigils. With a large enough collection to study, we hope to crank the language of the old walls. Who can guess what we might learn then? He blushes. It's been a slow process. Constructing dead languages without living witnesses is singularly frustrating. It is a tall request, but I doubt Tunon selects fools for Fatebinders. I could use someone with your mettle to brave the old walls. Huh. What's in it for me? For you? He looks askance. Askance? I don't know that word. His chin resting in ink-stained hands. Well, I'm good at solving problems, but I don't do it for free. Oh, if you're willing to venture into the old walls on my account, I suppose I can pay you a few rings for your troubles, and I would speak well of you to my guildmates, naturally. I'll consider your request then. The sage bows with a nod. That is all I can request. So what of the steadfast insignia? Oh, just a simple trinket to the untrained eye, but every first regent since before the Unbroken earned that name wore the badge into battle. Stalwart folk are ever famous for standing their ground, and the steadfast insignia embodies their immovable nature. The wearer can resist any charge, push, or shove. He smiles, pointing to the ground where heavy footprints are visible under layers of rust and sand. The layers of rust let you judge... Oh, actually, we heard of this before. That's the reason why this insignia is so good for what we want, because we need to go through the wind. His smiles pointing to the ground where heavy footprints are visible under layers of rust and sand. The layers of rust let you judge the age of footprints here in the Blade Grave, and these tracks heading into the old walls date back to the opening days of Kairos' Storm. What else can you read in rust patterns? Barrick looks himself over self-consciously. My working hypothesis is that the only person with her feet on the ground during the peak of the storm would be the bearer of the steadfast insignia. Hieronymus aims his finger along the footprints in rust until he's pointing at the old walls, but I suppose we won't know for certain until we look. Yeah. He knows who it is. That's the... Yeah, of course he does. It's the corpse that he said before, right? Kind of missed... I'm focusing on reading, and sometimes I miss a few details here and there. What can you tell me of the old walls? I could speak volumes, Honorable Fatebinder, but I will summarize. The old walls predated settlements of the tiers. The passageways crisscross the landscape, but most good folks steer clear. Kairos' law forbids entry, which hasn't been a problem for us, but even we saw the good sense to stay out. Explorers have found old artwork, funerary remains, and other relics of a civilization predating our own. Hieronymus lets out a long sigh as he looks at the towering wall behind him, but most find a quick death in the old walls, as the current inhabitants are inhuman predators, creatures of arcane power that appear to travel on the mists. Yeah, what should I expect inside then? The worst? He looks at you with a puzzled smile, his mouth moving in several half-starts. The old walls are filled with arcane beasts that attack erratically, and with little warning. My colleagues can only speculate on what they are, or what possible sustenance, if any, they find in the old walls. That said, if you see one, it would be unwise to approach it and ask clarifying questions. Yeah, well, I'll approach, that's for sure, but not really to ask questions. Can you deliver a message for me? Oh, not currently. His arm instinctively lifts up, his gloved hand raised slightly above his ear, an arm crooked to create a landing surface for a bird. He looks skyward, blinking as he searches the clouds for several long moments. My Sunder Dove is carrying another missive at the moment. When she's returned, there may be room for on her bindle for a note or two. Well, that's all. Farewell. Thank you very much. Look at that. See? Friendly people. See, you don't need to attack the Fatebinder.
Yes.
If you don't attack me, you won't die. It's all easy, all very straightforward, no risk whatsoever. What do we have here? Ooh, okay, that's just iron armor that I don't need, and let's continue.
Right.
Actually, let's... Oh, we got plenty of... Holy crap. I was gonna miss this. Yes, I was. Why was I gonna miss this? Did I... These are just remnants of... Okay, this is a one-handed weapon. I'm gonna need to look that over in a little bit. Yeah, these are basically the remnants of the battle, but... Yeah. These ones were not. What do we have over here? Light leather gauntlet. Not really anything that I want. So, let's just put it over there. I don't think Siri needed it. What is this? Tines, or tines? I suppose. Tines of bedrock dot the landscape, providing little shelter from the constant winds. Well, they're a little bit of a shelter, if anything, of our previous experience with them. I think it's referring to this thing. I don't know what a tine is. It kind of sounds like a...
Let's have it then.
Some sort of kitchen cooking utensil, like a bowl or something. But what do I know?
got it.
What do I know? It probably isn't. It could be. It could be. And just be used as a metaphor?
I can't.
I think a metaphor is the correct one. Or is it a comparison? Comparison is a different thing. Metaphor is just when you use something as a metaphor. What do we have here? A massive stone door towers above you. It looks like this was the actual entrance to the old walls. Yeah, but I can't see anything. Because it's the middle of the night. I really can't see, guys. And I'm sure you can't see either. It's just wind. Oh, I see. It's a tiny detail. It's not that massive, actually. And these things look like hens. I wonder if they're going to be explained. They're pretty cool, but what they mean, it's unknown to me at this point. Where can you go, then?
I can't.
What the hell? Oh, I see. I see. We need to go through the west.
Sorry, I can't.
You see that area over there? I think that's not the exit. I think that's the continuation of our journey. Hopefully. Not really sure where to go, but let's find out. Nope. Not. Okay, so I'm not getting it. Do I need to talk to Hieronymus over here, or... Because how do I get to the things in there? You have returned! Hieronymus blinks in surprise. I mean, I obviously knew you'd return. Just pleased to see you is all. He swipes one of several quills sewn into his upper sleeve and dabs the squib. Tell me of your experiences in your own words and time, please. Okay. Can't really ask him anything, but anything else. But it's probably...
Sorry,
I don't
I
really
can't.
understand what I need to do here. It's...
Sorry, I
we
can't.
might not be able to get in there. That's interesting. Can I go down there? No. Okay, well, I don't think I can get anywhere in here. Why were they... Well, unless this leads somewhere.
Sorry, I
It
can't.
doesn't. Yeah. Well, let's get out of here. We have other places to be. Unfortunately, we're not going to get this Spire. I really was expecting it to, but I guess it's not in the journal. It's not in the journal. Vindrain's Well. Seat of Power. Find a way to the Ocean Spire in the Blade Grave. This is not the Ocean Spire, is it? It might be. Yeah, it is. It's the only Spire in here, so it's gotta be. Okay, let's go to Trapper's Junction. That's the other location that we got last episode. And that's where we're going right now. And, what happened over here? Was it... I think we're pursuing... It's still the Unbroken. I think it's all in relation to Amelia. Well, let's figure it out. We got a few... We got a friendly.
Can't do that.
You can. Just pick it up. See what that is. Some healing. Take it over there. Hello? A bronze arminger. You spot a soldier lying in a slump, through the mud and blood caked on his tattered garb. You make out the colors and insignia of the Unbroken. He fights through with pain of each ragged breath. As you approach, he shifts his head slightly towards you, but does not appear to have the strength to look up. The only ones traveling this way could be those who brought down Duskwatch. If that's you, then I'll die with a curse on my lips. So this is it then. Just kill me quickly. I'm in no state to continue on like this. His forced smile sends a trickle of blood out of the side of his mouth. What happened here? A battle from the looks of it, says Barrick. He turns into the wind and sniffs. Not a terribly impressive one, but a bloody one. The bronze armiger raises his head and takes a look at you while wincing. The Scarlet Chorus. They've been driving us across this wasteland, pressing their attack at every turn. Looks like they finally got us cornered in this pass. I was part of the first line of defense. When my comrades got wiped out, the chorus went on through. I thought myself lucky they didn't check for survivors. After a few hours, I started to change my mind. His right smile quickly turns into a wince of pain. Do you need aid? I could dress your wounds. Oh, I get... Who's the Blood and Mark? Blood and Mark. Is that... I think that's a leader. I don't remember exactly who that guy is. Wouldn't expect one of Ash's brood to carry bandages. You ironclads can practically regrow limbs. Though if you came from Tunon's court, I guess I don't know what you can do. He tries to laugh, but it elicits too much pain. Why would anybody be hangered with me? It's not like the Blood and Mark is with me, so I don't know. Where's Matthias? Or Matthias? Matthias, if he lives, is with the rest of my countrymen. He makes a feeble gesture somewhere off in the distance. Well, I have pressing questions. He coughs up a glob of blood and looks at it with bemusement. I don't have much time to regate you with tales of stalwart history. I'm afraid. I'm afraid, yeah. Just saying, yeah. He's afraid he doesn't have time. I'd rather spend these last moments remembering the true color of the sky. He focuses up at the dirty wall of storm clouds overhead. I suppose I'll just leave you to it then. The man bursts into a coughing fit, and an ugly torrent of blood spurts from his mouth. His gasping for air turns into gurgling as he finally slumps over and stops moving entirely. Well, there it is. And we can level ups as well. Fantastic. Okay, and with that, I think we're out of time for the day, so let's explore Trapper's Junction. It's the junction over here on the next episode. For now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Tyranny. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.